developers. Okay, and we have the two options. So one is a 32-bit option and 64-bit option for Windows. Okay, if you want to download for Mac, you can search with the Mac. Okay, this is the Mac OS, this is the Windows, this is the Linux. Okay, now the latest version of Eclipse is Mars 4.3 for Windows. Okay, you can download any version, no problem. Okay, just you have to press this, just you have to select this one and it will be downloads. Okay, so after downloading, what you will do? There is some disturbance is coming, so much noise. Yeah, the noise is coming. What is that noise? There are other people in there. Yes. Now it is okay. Yeah, so it will comes like this. This is a Eclipse. So after downloading, you will get this file. This is a zip file, okay, archive file, and you have to extract this file. This file will be like this. Okay, no need to install anything. Just you have to extract the folder. Okay, after extracting the folder, you will see all these files. Okay, so here if you observe, there are so many files. Don't worry about, no need to worry about all these files. Just you have to concentrate on this Eclipse file. Eclipse file, you can see the type is application. Okay, the symbol is like this. Okay, just you have to open. Otherwise, you can double click. So this is Eclipse. It is very easy and very simple to use Eclipse compared to other IDEs. There are some IDEs like NetBeans also there, but compared to this one, everything will be difficult. This is the only one which is very easy. So many people are using this one in every company. So this is IDE. Okay, this is having some very similar functionalities like Windows, like MS Office, like Word, Excel. Like just we have the file option. We have to create the file, new open file, edit, all these things. Okay, so this is depend upon the Java software. Okay, Eclipse. If you want to run the Eclipse, okay, the Java should be installed in your system. Okay, but I am using Windows, so I have to install the Java version, Java software. But for your Mac, Java is coming automatically. Java is by default, it is coming when you are buying the system. It is coming by default. Okay, so Java software is available in your Mac OS. You have to just, you can download the Eclipse only. Okay, but otherwise, if you want to know how to install Java also, I will tell you. So same thing, you can download Java SE download. So Java is having three flavors: SE, Java SE. SE nothing but standard edition. ME and E. Micro edition and enterprise edition. Okay, these three editions are available, but we are working with only standard edition. This is a core Java. Okay, no need to bother about ME and EE. Just go for standard edition. Okay, just try with these keywords and Java SC download. Yeah. So Java also we have 1.6 version, 1.7, latest is 1.8. Nothing but this is Java 8. You can open this link. Yeah, see, this is a Java SE development kit 8. Okay. So there are two options, Java SE development kit, and this is demos and samples also available. You can download anything. So before downloading, just you have to accept this license. Okay, and choose which one. Like suppose if your system is Windows is there are two versions, 32-bit version. x86 means 32-bit version. x64 means 64-bit version. You can select this one. Okay. For Windows, there is a Mac OS is there. For Mac, DMG file is there. Okay, you can download this one. Okay. Suppose if you want to download externally in a Mac also, you can download from here. Okay. Just after downloading, this is the exe file. Exe nothing but executive file, and in the Mac we can also DMG, digital image file. Okay, just you have to double click and it will be installed. Got it? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So these are the two things. Just you have to download the Eclipse and you have to install the Java software. Okay. Everything is done. We have the Java and we have the Eclipse. Yeah. Now this is IDE. So it is very simple to create the Java application. So first of all, we have to create the Java project. Okay. How can we create the Java project? Let's see. So this is the Eclipse IDE. It is available and Java also installed in my system already. So that's why I'm not installing again. Okay. So I'm going to file. In the file option, there is a new option is there. So if you see, there are so many options: Java project, Android application project, and project. Okay. So you have to select the Java project because we are going to develop the Java project. Okay. So I'm clicking on Java project. Right. So here, this is the Java project, and if you see new Java project, the headline is new Java project. Here it is asking for create a Java project, enter a project name. You can select any project name. Okay. So whatever you require. So I am taking as Java example project. Okay. And no need to use anything. You can otherwise suppose here Java SC 1.6. In my system, I am using 1.6 version Java. If your system is having more than one version like Java 1.7 or 1.8, you can choose that one. Otherwise, you can choose 1.6. No problem. Okay, and finish. Just finish the button, and then go to this project. So this is our project. Java example project is created, and if you observe in the folder there is a symbol J symbol. Okay, J symbol is nothing but Java. Just above, below and above, there are two folders. There are some folders which is having A symbol. A symbol nothing but Android. A for Android. We can say by seeing the symbols which project this is. Okay, so this is nothing but a Java project. This is nothing but 100 project. Okay, this is one simple technique to know which project. Okay, so this is a Java. So I'm expanding this one. So after expanding, I'm able to see the one folder called source. SR is nothing but source. Source folder is empty, nothing is there. Okay, we are not created anything, so it is empty. And there is one more folder, JRE system library and Java SE 1.6. Okay, JRE nothing but Java runtime environment and system library. These are system library nothing but supporting software, supporting libraries. Okay, when you are creating the project, these are coming, these are supporting libraries coming with this project. Okay, you have no need to add externally, automatically it is coming with the software. So if you expand this one, there are so many jar files. JAR nothing but jar file, Java archive files. Okay, these files are coming with the software. Okay, so we no need to add externally. But if you observe, this is a JRE. There are two things in the Java: JDK and JRE. This is very simple. JDK nothing but Java Development Kit. So JDK Java Development Kit is nothing but, so if you want to develop, so you need JDK. Okay, but if you want to run, only if you want to run, no need to develop the code. If just you want to run, then you can use JRE. JRE nothing but Java Environment, Java Runtime Environment. Okay, suppose what is the difference between these two? Because JDK is for developing, JRE is for running the application. Okay, suppose if I am giving you some Java application to run it, you can download only JRE, no need to download JDK, because you are not going to develop, just you want to run the code. Okay, then you can use only JRE. Okay, that is the difference between JDK and JRE. Yeah, so now just we created the Java project. So I was going to file and I created Java. Everything is clear. So I am going to explain you one simple how to take the class and how to uh, write the simple code. Okay. So here what I am doing, I am going to create one class. Java is having classes. So I will explain you after this. Okay. Don't worry. Step by step I will explain you. And the source, go to new. Click on the source. Go to new and select the class. This is the class file. You can see the symbol also, C nothing but class file. You can select like this, otherwise you can select the project, again select the class, no problem. You can select in these two ways. Okay, I'm selecting the class. So everything is coming like this. So it is asking for you to create the Java class. So new Java class. Okay, this is the source folder, Java source folder. Okay, so package, I will tell you what is the package. So I am not creating any package. So name, if it is asking for the name. So this is you have to enter the Java class name, which class you are going to create. Okay, that one thing you have to observe, the class name should be always starts with the uppercase. Okay, capital letter. I mean capital letter. You can take anything, but it will be starts with the capital letter. So I am taking as first first class. Okay, So here if you see there is some warning message, the use of the default package is discouraged. So actually I am not creating any package, I am using default package, that's why it is showing warning. This is warning, not the error. So the program will be executes with the warning, but no problem. Okay. So I will tell you what is the package after this one. Okay. So just I am going to click on finish. See, this is a first class. If you observe first class dot Java. Dot Java means this is a Java file. Okay. This is a file. When I am opening this file will look like this. I can close it and I can also open it. So this is the public class first class. So this is the class, this is a class name. Okay, this is syntax. We can say syntax is nothing but this is some rules we have to follow. Okay, so every language, everything is having some syntaxes, we have to follow them. So syntax for class, syntax class, class name. Class name may be anything. This is anything user created. This is a user defined. User will define. Just you have to write the class and the class name like this. Okay. So in every project, in every application, okay, if you take anything, there will be a starting point. Okay, starting point. You can take any project, any application, or Java or whatever. Okay, there will be a starting point. Okay, there should be a starting point. From there, it will be code will be starts. Okay. For starting point, we have in the Java we have the starting point, nothing but main method. Main method is the starting point for your project. Okay. So this is the main method is starting point for your project. So how to write the main method? So what is the syntax? Syntax is nothing but they have provided Java software people has provided some syntaxes. Just we have to follow them. They said you write the syntax like this: public. I will explain all these things. What is the public? What is everything? No need to worry. Now this is the first verse. Okay. In future I will explain. Public static void main. Okay. This is the syntax. This is the main method. This main method is the starting point for your application. Okay. So how can we run? How can we write this code? Let's see. Public static void main. And I am writing like this. I will explain everything. What is the one each word? Okay, no need to worry. Just for understanding purpose, I have to do. So this is the starting point, main method. Okay. So when you are running the application, it is coming here. So after coming here, it will be execute the code, whatever you are writing the code here. So I am writing one simple code. System.out.println. This is a method is using for to show some lines. Okay. So I am writing hello world. Simple program. This is a class. This is a method. This is starting method, and it is coming over here, and it will execute this line. Okay. So I have created one file called firstclass.java file, and I have written some code. So now I want to compile and I want to run the code, right? I have written in the high level, so I need to compile and I need to run. Okay. So in the Eclipse, no, everything will take care by Eclipse. No need to do anything. So how can you run the code? So just you can right click in the window. Okay. If you right click, you can see there is option run as option. So you can select the Java application, J for Java application. Okay. Once again, I am telling you, just right click and go to run as, click on the Java application. Just if you click this one, this application will be executes. See, this application is running and we have the output like hello world. Okay. It's a very simple program. Suppose if I want to run again, suppose I want to change something. Suppose I am writing my name, hello Satish. How are you? Okay, I want to run it again. Before running, you can save it. Otherwise, it will ask you. Otherwise, you can save it. Save the file and right click and run the Java application. Now, hello Satish, how are you? Okay, this is nothing but console window. So whatever the output is coming from your program, it will be shown in the console window. Okay, this is very simple. First class and first. So basically, you have to observe one thing. This is a static point. Okay, so when you are creating the class, you have to create one starting point, nothing but main method, and your code will be start after this bracket. From here to here, the entire code will be write. You can write anything. You can write also not only one line. Suppose I want to copy and paste it. Just you can copy and paste it, and you can change these lines. Okay. Again, you can save. There are two options: save and save all. And go to run as Java application. Now see, so this is a very simple class. How to create the class? Okay, you got it right. Any doubts so far?
No, I don't understand that.
Everything is clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Clear. Okay. So this is a Java class. Okay. So I'm going to explain again. So what are the things? So first of all, IDE, Eclipse IDE. So this is nothing but Eclipse IDE. Okay. It makes you easy to writing the code, developing applications. Okay. Now if you see, if you observe how easily we have written the code, just we created the project, just we added some lines and we got the output. Okay. And you can create number of classes, you can create number of projects. Okay. There are some projects already I created. So this is the Eclipse IDE, and you can download from Eclipse org, and you can download Java software. For this you need Java, but for Mac no need, because Mac is coming by default with the Java software. Otherwise, if you want to download, you can download Mac also from Java site. Okay. From Java also we have so many versions. Now latest version is 1.8, Java 8. Okay. And if you want the older version, you can select the older versions also. No problem. And okay. After that, after downloading this file, just we have to extract and install the file, and Eclipse will be ready. Okay. Yes. This is the first, and you can create the Java file. Go to file and go to new and create the Java file. So you can give any name your wish, and after that you can create the class. Okay, this is the class. So every project and every application, this is very important actually. So that's why I'm telling, and that's why I'm telling you this many times. Every project and every application is having one starting point. This is a starting point. You can blindly, you can remember these things: public, static, void main. Okay, and you can write the code in these two brackets. This is a highlighted blue. This is your coding place. You can write the code here. If you want to run, just right click and go to run and Java application. Okay. Yeah. So is this enough, or can I continue?
Let's go on.
Yeah. Okay. So today in the Java, I am going to explain one simple concept. Okay. Uh, Data types and variables. This is the one basic thing. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss with the data types. Okay. Actually, data. What is the data? Data is nothing but anything. Suppose my name is data. So my mobile name, my mobile price is data. Okay. Suppose if you take the book, book is one data. Book is having number of pages. That is nothing but data. Data is nothing but everything. Okay. So data is having types. Data also having types. What are the types? For example, in our daily life, suppose somebody is asking you, so how many pages in this book? So you will tell like, suppose I have in this book it is having 50 pages. 50 pages. Somebody is asking you what is the price? What is the price of? So what is the percentage of your marks? How much percent you got in your SSC? You will tell like, I got 75.60 percentage. So which grade you are you got? So I got the B grade, so A grade. So what is your name? Satish. So if you observe, these are the so many data types we are using in our daily life. For name, I am using string data type. This is the data type. Normally we are calling it as a name in our general language, but in a programming language we are calling it as string. So string is a one type of data type, okay, which is using for strings like names and book names, anything name. Suppose I am using pages. For pages, I am using one more data type. This data type is nothing but integer data type. Okay. This integer data type, like real numbers, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, something. Okay. For these numbers, I am going to use integer data type. Generally, we are using 50. 50 is a normal language. We are using 50 number. Number is nothing but our data type, but we are not using the name for pages. Okay, this is a different data type for different use. This is a different data type for different use. Okay, in our programming language, we are using integers. Integer for 50 pages. So, for example, any number you want to show any number, so you can use the integer data type. Okay, percentage is not the integer, because integer is a whole number. You can use only 50, 60, some 70 something, but percent is different, like 50.62 and 19.25, like this. These are both are different. So I'm using one more data type, float. Got it? Float is one type of data type, okay, which is showing for this decimal type, okay. And A, I'm for grading, I'm using letters like A, B, C grade, D grade, like this. So for this, the data type is character. Char is nothing but character data type. So we have the data types. So simply we can use what are the data types? Integer, float, character, string. Got it?
Yes.
Are you following? Yeah. Any doubt here?
No, I'm clear with that.
Okay. Yeah. So we have the data types. There are so many data types. We will discuss those data types in our classes, because this is the only basics I am telling you. So this will be very easy. Integer data type, float is data type. Okay. Suppose I want to uh, show the price of a color TV. So which data I can use? I can use float. Okay. So this is a way of using data types. Right. One is completed, data type is completed. Next is variables. Yeah. Variable. So what are the variables? Variable is nothing but, suppose we have the data types, but we want to store the data. We want to store the data in somewhere. Okay. Variable nothing but storing the data. Storing the data means, suppose if I want to if I want to save one integer data in somewhere. So how can I save? So I need to take one variable. So how can I declare the variable? I will tell you. Simple. Suppose if I want to enter the number of pages, 50 pages. So I have to take one variable. So how can I take? Simple. Is you have to take integer data type, because you are going to enter 50 number. That's why I am taking integer. Here you have to take one variable name. Variable name nothing but anything, you can take anything. I am taking a, integer a, and equal, and I am giving 50 number. So if you observe, this is integer nothing but data type. A is nothing but variable. Variable is nothing but storing the data. A is equal 50. It means you are assigning this 50 value to this A variable. Okay. So internally the system will allocate this memory for A, and it is storing the 50 data into this A variable. Okay. Suppose if I want to store float value, so how can I take? So the data type should be float, and you can take any variable name A, B, C, X, Y, Z, X, and the float value. You can take anything, 16.5 for example. So by seeing this sentence, you can understand. Okay, this is a float data type. That data type is float type, and the variable name is X, and the value which is having X is having 16.5. Okay, by this you can understand. Like character also same, string also same. So we will do one simple example by this data types and variables. Then you can understand. So here what I am doing is, just I am commenting nothing but this code is not going to run. Okay. So I am taking one integer A is equal 50. Okay. Here the data type is integer, variable name is A, the value is 50. And one more variable integer B equal 20. You can take any number of variables. You can take any number of data types. Okay, integer A, B. Just I want to add these two numbers, and I want to show the output. after adding. Okay. So how can I add? So I am taking one more variable, integer c. C is I am not assigning anything. Okay, it is blank. Blank is nothing. I am not adding. It is empty variable. It is not having any. So here what I am doing is c is equal a plus b. So c is empty. Now I am assigning c is equal to a plus b. A, what is the A? A is having 50 value. B is having 20 value. A plus B, 50 plus 20. 70 will be stored into the C variable. Okay. Here if you observe, I am this one integer, this one integer. These two integer. That's why I am taking integer. Okay. This should be match. Okay. The left side and right side should be match. Left side is integer variable. Right side is also integer variable. So C is equal to A plus B. So C value is having 70. So we want to show the output to the user. So how can we show? So same thing, system.out.println. Other we can write syso control space. This is shortcut, and you can write like this: total plus total is equal plus C. Plus means you are adding this total plus total means it is a total. You will if you, after seeing the output you can understand. Plus means it is adding the total, and C means 70. So let's see. If you run the code, you can understand. Just right click and go to run as. Click on the Java. So it is asking for save. So you can select the save. So total equal to 70. Okay. So this is the data type. You have to understand here the by this example is so what are the data types. So how can we declare the variables? How to assign the values? Okay. You can also use float values. Float 50.25 62 and C is giving some error. Why? You have to mention F. F in the float. Okay. And I am taking one more float. Okay. C is equal to A plus B. Now the output will be 70.9. Okay. In this way you can use this data types and variables. And we can also see one example with the string. So how can we use? So I am commenting all these lines. Commenting means it won't be executed by the system. So I am taking one more string. String X. You can take any name A, B, C, D. Otherwise you can name also. So otherwise you can take the name string name. The string name should be in double quotes. Okay. Satish. For integer and float, no need to use double quotes. Only for strings you have to use double quotes. So total string name is Satish. So you have to print this name. Just you can delete, remove all these things. You can write like this: hello. This is one string. I am adding with another string. Hello, and I am using name. So it will comes like hello Satish. Okay. Let's see. This coming with hello Satish. Okay. So this is a one simple way of using data types and variables. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And any doubts so far?
No, I'm clear with that.
Everything clear, right? So you
Yes.
got the idea, right? Data types and variables.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow, so I will increase the time day by day. So that's why I'm going slowly. So after 2 to 3 days, we will do the fast. Okay.
And I mean, when can we start Android here in?
Android. This is a second class. This is a second first class, right? For
Yes.
Java.
Yeah.
So after 4 classes, we will start. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is a basic. If you understand basic, then
Sure.
we can do it very fast. Okay. Right. We will have the class tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. నా పైసలు అని